Alright, let's see if that works. Man, I've been battling this live thing for a while. My phone really doesn't want me to do lives right now, so I've been trying to get them to work because I haven't done one in a while. I'm sure people have questions. Oh, look. Hey, what's up, Kenworth Rider? I'm surprised I got this live to work, actually. I've been over here fighting with it ever since Chad Rich ended his live. Yeah, I've been fighting with this thing, trying to get it to work for a couple days now, so. Hey, what's up, Christopher? Christopher was one of my students that tested out not too long ago. Great guy, did awesome, trifecta, like he picked up backing quick, great student. One of the things that Chris is looking into is the new ability that Prime has where you can team drive. So Chris and my other student, Greg, they're planning on, last I heard, they're planning on, when they get 30,000 miles, they're planning on jumping on a truck together and running team the rest of their training until they can get a solo truck. So that'll be more money, and like they'll get to actually run the truck, and they're going to be helping each other. So a pretty cool plan. I'm hoping that it works out great. If they need my help, they know to call me. So, you know, if they get out there and they're all like, ooh, there's something we need to ask a trainer, like they can call me, they can call their other TNT trainer. And if they like the money that teams make, then hey, they just stay team because it's good money. Yeah, Kenworth, it is chilly in Missouri. It's supposed to get down to like 30, I think, in the night. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow. Yeah, cold weather is not fun. So it's been a little chilly. I can't complain too much. You know, well, I can't complain much. I mean, it's cold out there. Hey, what's going on, Diego? Diego's over there. I guess he started trucking school now. I'm thinking out of a company over there. But yeah, things are going good. I've been doing a lot of work out there. I have 2 students right now. One of them, it was his first day today, so he got to do straight line back for a while. Learn the truck a little bit, see how the trailer moves, and I just gave him little bits of information to help him along as he went. So he did about 2 hours of straight line back just to see kind of how the trailer moved. I mean, like getting in the seat time, that's good stuff. Kenworth Rider says it's 90 there today. Ooh, must be nice. You can bring back my summer weather. That's the only thing I miss about Texas is like during the winter, it was only winter for like 1 or 2 days. Or you might have like 2 or 3 cold days and then boom, back to the warm weather. So like that was always good. Yeah, I miss the 90-degree weather. Diego says Indiana dedicated with Dollar General. Hey, I hear some of the Dollar General guys make good money. I talked to somebody that was in Dollar General. He was home every day and he made real good money. So yeah, Kenworth, you want the cooler weather, man? Come to Missouri. You'll get some cooler weather. You can't ever make anyone happy with the weather. Like if it was 90 degrees outside, I'd be complaining it's too hot. No, it's not that cold in my garage. Like I got the door shut. It's not that cold. I wore my jacket and everything in case it was cold out here. Kenworth's in Nebraska. My friend's student was from Nebraska. His name was Will. He was a pretty good guy. He went in flatbed. I helped him. I put his truck out there on test day and helped like just set everything up for his test. Pretty good guy. He came over, like we worked together too. We did some pre-trip and straight line back and stuff like that. So I mean, he was a real good guy from Nebraska. I don't think I've trained anybody really from Nebraska. So most of my guys are coming from Arkansas here lately. So Arkansas, Louisiana, those are the two big states I'm getting right now. I'm getting a lot of people from those areas. But, you know, it's all good. I got that 2021 truck, man. I love that thing. Like, way better. I feel like I moved up in the world. That 2021, that's a nice truck. Way better than my old truck. The only thing is, I don't have a refrigerator yet. And I'm like, I don't know which one to get. So I look at other people's 2021s. I've seen a dorm fridge that takes up the whole side right there. They took out the microwave. They took out the little stand it goes on, and it takes up that whole side. So I'm looking at different refrigerators for it, and I'm still getting used to it. I still haven't figured out how to use my mirror heaters. So if I get ice on it, I'm going to have to call Captain Banana. That's my go-to guy right there. Whenever I have a truck question, call Captain Banana. He'll never fail you. He has all the knowledge in the world on trucks. Like, his pre-trip was so much, I had to tell him, I had to be like, dude, chill out. Like, chill out. They don't want to hear all that. Stick to the script, man. Just chill. But he knows the stuff when it comes to trucks. Like, he can tell you about the Volvo. He can tell you about the Peterbilt. You got a trucking question, go hit up Captain Banana's channel. He'll answer that question. So I need to hit him up on that, see how to do that. He has a new Freightliner. He's had it for a while, longer than I've had mine. I still haven't got my Hatchet Man stickers on it yet. So everybody's been telling me, hey man, get the stickers. We can't find your truck out here on the pad. We're so used to looking for the sticker. Now you don't have it. We can't find you. So I'm going to have to get my stickers on there. The company that made my stickers is out of business. Because, or actually the website says that they're not doing anything due to coronavirus or something like that. You know, you think that you work inside, you just like cut some stickers and mail them out. You wouldn't have to worry about no virus or anything like that, but who knows? But man, my student today, I had a student today, he trifecta. He was so excited. He told me during the test he was so nervous because he had a state examiner. He was just tapping that gas pedal, tat 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 tat. I was all like, man, like, why were you nervous? He had an auditor in the truck with him, so it was him, the examiner, and an auditor. So he was kind of nervous from that. What's it say? The answer says prime orientation on the 19th. Any advice? You're coming to orientation on the 19th? Pack lightly. Like, don't bring a whole bunch of stuff. Like, bring 5 days worth of clothes. You know, don't bring a whole bunch of stuff. You're not going to need a whole lot of stuff during the PSD phase. So kind of, you know, take a look at what you're bringing and like make sure it's real organized and it's not taking up all the room. And start studying your pre-trip. It doesn't hurt to start studying your pre-trip now. Like, that's some of the hardest things that there is pre-trip. You know, if you have like the examiners or the trainers and instructors and stuff like me, whenever my student doesn't pass the test, then I'm looking at, did he at least pass his pre-trip when they bring him in? Like, you pass the pre-trip, I'm all like, that's the whole battle right there. We can get the rest from here, because pre-trip, that's the hardest thing for most to learn. How much do you like Call of Duty? This new Call of Duty, it got old and boring, so I haven't been playing it much, but I like Call of Duty. Yeah, I play a lot of Call of Duty. I used my router on my truck, my hotspot router. It's a Nighthawk. It's a, what is it called? Anyways, I have a video on there. It's a AT&T like Netgear Nighthawk router thing. Has an Ethernet cord, and COD just works great on it. So definitely, like I tell people all the time, get it. It used to come with an unlimited data package. Like I had unlimited data. I still have unlimited data, but now when you get it, you can't get that package no more. So I mean, like, you know, I have a video about it on my channel somewhere. It's one of my most viewed videos, so I need to redo it, but that's how I play games. I plug an Ethernet cord in it straight to the Xbox. I can pretty much anywhere, like it has any little bit of signal, I can play Call of Duty. My old hotspot, if it started getting low on the bars, like 2 bars or whatever, it started not having good signal, started lagging, I couldn't really play my games, I would just watch Netflix. Now I haven't had any problems with my games. Like, I'm a gamer and I love gaming, so like I definitely recommend that router, because I haven't had any problems with it. Yeah, the signal's always strong and it's fast, so I definitely recommend that if you're a gamer and you come out here. Is there any possibility to test out in 2 weeks during the PSD phase? During the PSD phase, okay, after you do orientation, once you finish orientation, you get your badge, you get to come to the pad. And that's whenever you get to start studying pre-trip, you're around the trucks, you're around the trainers. Once you get that trainer, it is possible to do it within 2 weeks. Like, I tell my students, whenever I get my student, I get my calendar out and I count out 2 weeks from when I get them. And I say, look, this is the day, first day you're eligible to test. This is our goal. If we don't meet this goal and we have to push it back some, then we're going to push it back some. But this would be the best goal we have right here. This is something to work for. So start working on your pre-trip, get it ready. Because my part will be done. Like my backing and my road, that's done quick. Like I can get that done quick. The hard thing is the pre-trip, because that's on you to learn by yourself. Like, I mean, I'm going to go over it with you and I'm going to go through it with you and make sure you got it. But that's the hardest thing. I'm not going to test you till you got it. So I might have you ready to test out in my book, but the pre-trip part is the only thing holding you back. So my backing and road's done, and I'm working with you on pre-trip, and I'm just having you study pre-trip, study pre-trip, study pre-trip. Like, we're waiting on you to put that in here, because that's the only thing I can't do is put that pre-trip in here. So, you know, this is kind of, that's what you want to do, though, is get that knocked out. So the answer, you asked me, is it possible to test out 2 weeks during your PSD phase? It is. It's 14 days. You could test out in exactly 14 days. Do you play Fortnite? I play Fortnite sometimes. I'm not a big fan of it because I don't like the building. When I play Fortnite, I just shoot people. I don't try to build or nothing. And a lot of times I get first place still without even building, but I just don't like the building. Do you train people out of Pittston? No, I'm not training anyone out of Pittston right now. I'm in Springfield and they just keep on giving me 2 students. So, you know, I'm going to stay here until they stop giving me 2 students. Then I'll probably hit the road, come back, you know, and, you know, the thing is I live here. So if they keep me here, I don't complain. If they need me to go run, I'll go run. If I end up in Pittston for a while, I end up in Pittston for a while. I went from January to March in Pittston. I did not leave Pittston. I stayed over there and I just trained all I could over there. I was also hoping to show the guys in Pittston like how I do things and get them ready to train 2 students at a time and show them how we do it. Kind of gives them a basis. So not right now. I'm not training anyone out of Pittston, and my trainers that I had in Pittston that I was using to like anyone going to Pittston, I had them take care of the guys that follow me. They came to Springfield for a while, so until they go back, I don't have no one in Pittston to recommend for you. So that's kind of, it is what it is. I wish they were still over there, but it's good seeing my boys back in town, hanging out with them. Like, they're good guys, so you know, it's good that they're back in town and we can hang out and stuff. So right now I'm not training no one in Pittston. It's too far of a drive. Chuck Town says, old truck versus new truck, ride quality. The new truck is it's a lot smoother, really. I think it is. To me, the older truck, I felt like the older truck had more power going up the mountains, like the hills and mountains and stuff. The newer truck doesn't have the same amount of power. The new truck can take off faster. We get up to speed faster from a stop on flat ground, but going uphill, it seems to be not as powerful. And they took away my ability to click it, shift it up a gear and take it down a gear. So I don't like that at all. Like, I like to at least be able to upshift and downshift, even though we couldn't put it in manual mode. So that's another thing I don't like. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I need to ask somebody, because I really don't like that, but I can't argue with it. If that's how they're doing it now, then that's fine. But I really need to find out if that's like how they're doing it, because I'm not a big fan of it. I like to be able to, if the RPMs were getting too high or whatever, I would like to shift it. The answer says, do you sleep in the truck every night during PSD phase? If you're over the road, then yes, you will sleep in the truck every night. If you're with like what they call us local trainers, because we're not really local trainers, we're over the road drivers. But what they call us local, when we have multiple students, we can't all sleep in the truck, so you sleep at the hotel. Now, I might get a load to take you on, and I would tell you, hey, bring your sleeping bag, your pillows, your bedding, bring all your stuff from your room. We're going to go over the road overnight. So we would take off, and we would sleep in the truck then. So, I mean, yes and no. It depends on your trainer. What's going on, Jeff? Jeff's in that room. He's in the room. Question about the permit test. Do you have to take the pre-trip test when you do your permit test? No, not on the, to actual get your CDL permit, no, you don't have to do any pre-trip. You have to study the general knowledge, tanker, air brakes, combination. General knowledge, air brakes, tankers, combinations. I think there's something else, but your recruiter will tell you everything you need to study, and it'll be easy. I know one thing is that some people are not getting the tankers, so when they have to go switch their license to a CDL, they have to go get the tanker endorsement, because we do pull, inside the reefer, we do pull liquids in big drums, which require the tanker endorsement. So you do need the tanker endorsement. Someone told you different today. As far as I know, you don't have to know pre-trip to go and take the, I don't think, as far as I know, you're not going to have to do any pre-trip on the permit test. Now, whenever you take the CDL test to get your CDL, the very first thing you do is pre-trip. So you'll do your pre-trip. Once you pass that, you'll move forward to the backing. Once you pass your backing, then you'll move forward to your drive. Once you pass that, it's trifecta. All three of them are passed, if you do it in one day. So yeah, he was in California. See, I don't know. California could have a law or something like that. Like some stuff varies state to state, so it just depends on your state, kind of. Uh, Bird says, looks like you and I need to wrestle. That's kind of odd. It's kind of odd. What's up, Turbo? What's up, Timothy Turbo? How do I get a hold of one of the prime pre-trips? How do you get a hold of one of the prime pre-trips? You can either go to the terminal and pick it up, or there's lots of YouTube videos, like watch it and write it out on your own. I had a student do that, watched mine and wrote it all out. How long does TNT phase normally last? Take 5,000 miles a week and divide it into 50,000 miles, and then add a week for home time, add a week for a bad week. It'll give you an average. Do you get your permanent? Yeah, like I said, it's different in the different states. Like the winter hat, still. Oh, still Call of Duty. Still the Call of Duty questions. Oh, no pre-trip in California. How? Oh, Timothy, I'm doing great, man. I'm out here just working hard. Working hard. Like, I changed my whole way of training, and it's just been like work, work, work. Worcester's been pushing for it, but still no prevail. I don't know what this guy's talking about. He says, seriously, I've been looking for a worthy opponent, and you look hardcore. He wants to wrestle, like, real bad. The name Twisted Big D, it came from my clan. Like, I used to be Juggalo Big D back in the day, and that got banned. So, like, I started my own clan in Call of Duty, and it was the Twisted clan. So I just, whenever I changed my name, it changed to Twisted Big D. And the only reason we picked Twisted is because my brother-in-law already had it as his name. His name was Twisted Brian, so it went from there. What do you think of teaching? What do I think of teaching? I think that it's great if you can have a lot of patience. Like, I don't know if you're asking me what do I think of my teaching, or what do I think of other people becoming teachers. Like, I don't know where your question's going, really. Oh, look, Jeff S. What's up, Jeff? Oh, look, there's Nick, too. Nick's over there running hard. Nick, you gonna become a trainer yet? Come out here and start training, Nick. It's more money, man. You're over the road. You're away from your family and everything. Start training. Get as much money as you can. How's the schedule been going? Schedule. Oh, everything's been going good. Right now, it's kind of like what's kind of been messed up here lately is people that have been coming in that I was gonna like train. They give me a lot of students that are like need extra help, so I've been having to do them instead of the people coming in that come from my channel here lately. So it's kind of been like real messed up. Or like what happened with one guy is my truck number changed on him. So he put my old truck number. As soon as I got my new truck, like it messed everything up, so I didn't get him on my truck. By the time we met up and he was all like, hey man, what happened? I'm all like, truck number, sorry. So I mean, like, stuff like that happens. Okay. So, got some trolls in here or something. Oh, you had to remove. Okay, I got you. I don't want to share my storage space on the truck with a stranger. Nick, they put everything on top bunk, man. You really don't have to share storage. You know, students don't bring too much, or they shouldn't. So whatever they do bring is going to be up there on top bunk. It's not going to be in your way. So if you think about that, Nick, there's not really much stuff you have to deal with. Jeff says, has to be rewarding to really help people out, being a big part of their journey to be successful. Oh yeah, Jeff, it is really rewarding. Like, one of my students, he just left Prime. He said that, great guy, real great guy. He left Prime because he said that he was having some medical problems and he couldn't stay awake while he was driving. Like, he kept on nodding, like scaring himself. So, like, I mean, like, awesome guy, man. I wish him the best luck. But he left Prime 2 days ago, and I was like, man, I hope you find you a local job and keep your CDL, man. You are a great person. So, like, it is really rewarding, and I still talk to people even after they quit. Like, I keep in touch with a lot of my students. Some of them it's harder to keep in touch with. Some of them don't talk to me after they leave my truck. They're all like, hey, I only knew you for 2 weeks. Like, it's nothing big. Yeah, Jeff says he's bringing everything in the kitchen sink to his truck. Yeah, bring everything and the kitchen sink, man. Thoughts on teaming at 30,000 miles? My thoughts, that's good. Like, and I'm going to tell you why. Because whenever you both are in a team truck, from what I understand, y'all are both going to go to the upgrade process. Y'all are going to upgrade and make that team truck money. I think it's good because you're going to be seeing what a team truck makes, and maybe y'all are going to get along really good, and y'all are going to end up running as a team truck for a long time. Like, because you're going to see that team money, and that team money's good. You might not want to split up. Jeff says, what about a duffel bag, sleeping bag, shower bag, and a pillow? Is that too much? No, like that's not too much, because your duffel bag's going to go at the foot of your bed. Your shower bag can sit on top of that. Your pillow's going to be at the top of the bed, of course, where you sleep, and then your sleeping bag's going to go across it. It's not too much. So definitely, like, that's the exact amount to bring. What about a body bag? No, that's too much stuff. Man, these guys are just going crazy in here tonight. Got a guy that wants to wrestle. The other guy says he wants to be a bodyguard for a rich man. Like, I'm not a rich man, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's funny. I watched the Chuck's video, Trucking Through Life, and that's exactly what he brought. Yeah. And I also say like 5 days worth of clothes. If you take your clothes and you lay out your shirt and then lay out your pants or shorts and lay your boxers, socks on top and roll it up, it's going to save room. You're going to make little rolls out of it, and it's going to save a lot of room. The real doctor. Timothy Turbo says, I'm worried about stuff. I'm not so worried about my stuff. I'm more worried about getting my fat butt into the rack. In the new truck, there's a ladder. It's kind of cool. It folds down. Like, you climb right up the ladder. It's nothing. Like, it shouldn't be hard at all. Wow, there's a lot of trolls in here right now. I need to promote somebody in here to kick these people out. Tim, you might have to get out to get through a scales. Just kidding, man. Hey, that's not nice. No, I heard people say that before. People are always saying that stuff. That's not nice, though. Like, you're gonna have to get out to go across the scales. No lie, one time, me and my teammate, we were getting a scale ticket in California. We picked up this heavy produce load, and my bright idea was, all like, man, I'm gonna go inside because they're busy here. When you go onto the scale, I'll just grab the ticket and I'll come back out. Well, we weighed 80,000 pounds. So whenever I got on the truck, at the time I weighed 250 pounds. I got on the truck and I was all like, hey, we're good, man, let's go. He said, nah, because you weren't in the truck. We're 80,000 pounds. Like, we are over the limit with you in the truck. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you're right. We went back on the scale, got another ticket, had to go get it reweighed. So, like, I would have had to get out the truck every time we went to the scale. Or my teammate, he was bigger than me. So he could have got out and we would have been fine. But, you know, we ended up getting it reworked because we didn't want to get, like, in any trouble for it. Or, like, go through a weight station or nothing. Could have probably burned off some fuel. It's all good, though. We went and got it reworked and got it done. Michael Williams says, I used to be a smoker, too, until I became a priest. Hey, if you were a smoker and you come on my truck, the only rule I have is, like, smoke outside. I got a smoker on my truck right now. He smokes outside. Yeah, so I got a smoker on my truck right now, and he goes outside and he smokes outside. So it's nothing but a thing. Like, it doesn't bug me at all. I gotta remember to tell him, hey, take a smoke break, because if I'm not thinking about a smoke break, I'm not gonna let him have a smoke break. So he'll just be like, oh, it's time to smoke. He told me today that every time he smokes a black and mild, he like loses his focus. I told him, I said, quit smoking black and milds. Then he goes, well, every day I wake up, I have to have a black and mild. It's weird. Some people have that little itch right there, like, or thing going on. So I had a guy that could not back to save his life if he didn't have his morning coffee. So, like, he would be doing real bad. I told him, I said, did you have coffee today? He's all like, no, man, I was running late. I said, let's go get you some coffee. We go over to the building, to the little building, and get him some coffee. Once he had his morning coffee, he was on fire. He was just straight line back, offset, parallel, alley dot. Test day, I made sure he had some coffee. I had one guy, same thing with the energy drink. It's kind of strange how, like, little bitty things like that will mess you up. What's going on, Nathan? Jeff says, is there any trainers that don't smoke and don't vape? Yes, there's trainers that don't smoke and don't vape. So there's definitely trainers out there that don't smoke and don't vape. And let's see, let me think. Who doesn't smoke and doesn't vape? Busy Blake. He don't smoke and he don't vape. So there's your trainer right there that don't smoke and don't vape. But there's some more over there that don't smoke and don't vape. Sorry, I'm having to read these messages because there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on. Cool, I have a super sensitive smelling. Oh, if you have a super sensitive smelling, you're not gonna like going to Tyson. Tyson smells horrible. Yeah, Tysons are horrible. I'm vaping. I don't even know what I'm vaping right now, but the flavors watermelon and strawberry is kind of weird. Uh, you test out on Wednesday. Hey, good luck, man. Or better yet, you got this on Wednesday. I guess you're talking about next Wednesday. So yeah, go for it. You get that CDL, you're gonna feel a lot better. All the stress will be off of you. One name is special. Wow, there is a lot of trolls on my channel right now. That's crazy. I never had so much in my life. No smokers or female students on my truck. Nick, you can say that. You can say that. You can say I don't want smoke. Like me, I'm down as a non-smoker, non-vapor because like at the time I wasn't vaping, and I said I definitely don't want a smoker. So like that's on my record, and I don't train females because I don't think man and a woman that are not married should live in the same house. So or a man and like I'm married to my wife, so I don't think I should be living with a female because I'm a married man. So I put that down. That's the reason why. So I don't train females. Have trained females, but only at the pad. Like I'm not taking anyone. I took one over the road, and I'm not doing that again. And that was just like she was supposed to be a local, and it just turned into over the road one. And I was like, okay. What department do you work for? I don't. Trucking? I don't know. John Gotti's my favorite lawyer. Remember Crazy Bags? Yeah, I remember Crazy Bags. What do you teach? Because I'll be writing this down. I teach people how to get their CDL. That's it. That's short and simple, guy. Write that down. Jeff says, don't go out like he did. Wow. No comment on that situation. I do not even want to comment on the Crazy Bag situation. Like, I'm over it. Like, I really didn't know the guy, but my friend Chad Rich knew him or knows him, and they're close friends. So I'm not even going to comment on it. Yeah. No, it's no big deal, Jeff. I mean, like, this is just something that I don't want to get into. Like every time I've been asked about it, I've gave the same response. Really, is that I don't want to get into it. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna like drag somebody through the mud or anything like that. I just stay out of it. Like I keep it off, like keep it out of my way. You know, what happened, and bam. But yeah, there's a man I'm trying to avoid the whole thing. But yeah, training. I've got off the point system now, and it's been working out pretty good for me. Like my students are backing like great. And one of the things that I've been learning about not using the point system in the maneuvers and just there's the spot, back it in there, is that my students can start fixing it from any different direction it's in, and they know how to move around that trailer. So like I think that it's putting out a better quality of students, and I feel that they're going to be doing way better on TNT, just in case they get a, we'll say, not so great of a TNT trainer. If they don't get a really good TNT trainer, then they're still going to be good because they know how to back, and they're going to know how to back, they're going to know how to safely do it, they're going to know a lot more. So I'm putting out I feel that I'm putting out a better quality of students. So it's taken a lot more work out of me, and like I'm starting to learn a lot more, but I got a great mentor that's helping me out, and I'm listening to everything he says, and like we're doing work out there, and I'm finding out a lot of new stuff about trucking, because about backing and stuff, and like what people think. Like it's a lot of the backing is a lot of mental. Like I sat down and listened to my friend. He was giving a class the other day at the Plaza building. So I sat down in the class and I was listening to him, and the best thing that I got out of that class was, he said backing out there is 90% mental and 10% physical. So I had a student, and his great guy, and he was out there and he was struggling, on these offsets. We did offsets for like 3-4 days in a row, and then I told him, I said, you know what, I said, it is 90% mental, 10% physical. So think about it. Like most of this backing is mental. We went out there, and after that talk, and he just started doing it. Like he got over his mental block of it, started putting that trailer into the box, boom, 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 and went out there and he trifecta. Like great guy, he's an awesome guy. So he did awesome out there. You can go down a mountain so many times slow, but only once too fast. That's what I've been hearing. A good advice for winter driving. Yeah, winter driving, go slow. Go slow. It's a lot easier to get. Like what I tell my students a lot is that it's a lot easier to take away too much speed than not enough. Because if you start letting that truck get too fast, it's even harder to slow down. Especially on ice and snow and stuff like that. Once you let it go too fast, you're in a world of trouble. Let's try to avoid that by slowing down even sooner. So like that's the best advice I can give you, is slow down too much than not enough. Like pretty much what you're saying. And that goes for like even whenever it's dry out there, the roads are dry, and I'm using the Jake brake to go down a grade or whatever. I'm going all the way into the strongest Jake first thing, right off the bat, all the way down, because I'd rather it slow me down too much than not enough. So I can always back off of it. If you ever just click it once and you're going down a hill, it's still gaining too much speed for me. So like I just go ahead and put it all the way, because I know that if I slow it down too much, I can click it up one, it'll slow it down less. If that's still too much, I can click it up another one till it steadies the speed and keeps a constant speed on there. So I'm a big believer in slow down too much than not enough. Slow and steady wins the race. That's right. Man, there's what a wild night in my chat. Took me like 2 weeks to get this thing to work, and then all these people are putting random crazy stuff in here. Has anyone seen any videos from Kiersey in a while? I haven't seen any videos from Kiersey in a while. I need to go check my subscriptions and make sure that she's still on there. The other day I was not getting Captain Banana's his notification for his videos. So like he called me, hey, are you getting notifications on my videos? I said no. I looked at his list. I was so far behind on his videos that I had to go back and catch back up. Let's practice test. Not anytime soon with Kiersey. Why not anytime soon? Huh. I don't know. I haven't looked at any of the videos. I haven't seen Trucker Nene put out a video in a while either. Oh, you haven't heard, you meant? Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers I've been following that I haven't seen videos in a while, so. Busy Blake's been putting out videos a lot. He's been doing good. Yeah, we've been Busy Blake's been going paintballing with us. We've been having fun with doing that. So I'm thinking about taking my GoPro out there and recording us playing some paintball. Maybe throw a video together or something, post it, just in case anyone wants to watch some paintball. See some big fat truckers playing paintball where we can't even hide behind nothing because we're too big. But it's a fun time out there on the paintball field. Going to, wow. Yeah, no, Jeff, I see that. Do you get paid time off as a company driver at Prime? Yeah, you get paid. You get vacation time. So I think it's after you run 120,000 miles, you get 7 days of vacation time. If you've been in, the longer you've been in, the more vacation time you get. So, like if you're in X amount of years, it's going to be maybe 2 weeks. Right now, I've been at Prime for 4 years, and I only get 1 week so far. And I think after 5 years, it goes up to the 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. I like your hat that you play COD. Yes, I play COD. Definitely. I'm not a poser. Like I wouldn't be wearing a Call of Duty beanie if I didn't play Call of Duty. But hey, who knows? Thanks. Hey, no problem. No problem. But yeah, you do get the vacation time, and you also get sick time. I used my sick time before, and I found out that if you don't use any of your sick time, once it maxes out, they give you a wellness bonus on your check. It's like $5-10, but that's $5 or $10 more you can make each week. So I'll never use my sick time again. I got real sick. I had what did I have? Bronchitis. I got bronchitis, man. That took me out. Like it was going to be a bad week, so I went ahead and cashed it out, and I wish I didn't, because now I know, hey, let it max out and just keep on collecting that $5 to $10 extra every month, or I mean every week. When do you need a Tinker endorsement? Before you come to Prime. Like that's one of your tests that you're gonna have to. That's one of the endorsements you need to come to Prime. So definitely get it before you get here. When you go get your permit, go ahead and get it. You're not lease? No, I'm not lease. I'm a company driver. Lease is too much responsibility. So like I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to pay for fuel. I don't want to pay a truck payment. I don't want to pay tolls. It's too much responsibility. If I take a week off, I'm gonna be negative. I don't want to be negative. I have like bills to pay and everything else. Like lease is too much responsibility for me. Are the new lightweight trucks out yet? I have not seen one yet, but I have heard that they're really nice. But I personally have not seen one yet. I just heard about them. I was told that they're really nice. I still don't want a lightweight truck, but supposedly they put more storage in there somehow, and it's a lot better from what I hear. Planning on shaving your beard or growing it more? I'm letting it grow back out. I'm letting I cut it off because it's like it was like getting ridiculous long. So I was like, I'm gonna trim it and then let it grow back out. So I'm just letting it grow back out. Yeah, Chad Rich was talking about how he's company now, so I was in there saying stuff. I was in there like, hey man, I've never been negative at Prime. Like never. Company, I've never been negative. But you hear these guys, they're all like, man, I'm negative this week. I'm like, nah, I don't want that. Are they getting the Volvos? As far as I know, they were still doing the trial of the Volvos, and from what I heard, last I heard about them, they said the trials were going good and we were probably going to get them. But they were still doing the trials, so I don't know how long the trials last. I don't know if it was like 3 years, but I still see some Volvos out there. PADMV said, I can't with Prime. That's weird. I don't know, Big Dave. That I would call the recruiter and ask them about that. Tell them what happened. It might be like a state thing where they don't let you get any endorsements till after you pass your test, maybe. So, like, the recruiter would know more about that than I would. You would have to ask them. Wow. But they all swear lease is better even though they do come up negative. It's all about who you talk to. If you talk to a lease guy, he's going to say lease is the best thing. You talk to a company guy, he's going to be like, oh, I'm company. Like, I like being company. Like, we're not going to preach it down. There's a lot of lease drivers that's going to talk it up. But if you look at them, what are you doing here at the terminal? I've seen you here all week. Those guys ain't making no money. They're just hanging out. What do? I am an instructor for Prime. I mainly get people their CDLs. Like, I get them all the way through their test. Sir, what does your channel do? My channel, if I had to describe what my channel did, it's trying to better people's lives. So, like, I believe that CDL's better in your life. Like, you can take your CDL and take it anywhere you want and do better with it yourself. So, it's about empowering people. Do trainers get incentives on PSD students if they stay with Prime for a period of time? For example, after 6 months, 1 year, do they get a bonus? Just curious. Yes, we get first off, we get for you being on our truck, we get $300 a week. $300 a week while you're on the truck. On top, after that, or also, when you trifecta, we're gonna get $875. When you get your own truck, we're gonna get $500. Whenever you have 6 months in as a driver, we're gonna get another $300. When you get a year in, we're gonna get another $300. So yes, we still get bonuses. Every student that I've had that's called me before they left, I have not even tried to talk anyone into staying, because I believe that when you call me and you tell me you're going to quit, then you know what's best for you. So go ahead and quit. I will tell you, do not let your CDL go. Do not let it go ever. Even if you're not going to use it when you leave, don't let it go. Keep it forever, because it's like a golden ticket for your next job. Like, you may need it sometimes. So yeah, I haven't ever talked to any of I don't think I've ever talked to any of my students out of quitting, because I figure they know what's best. I had one student that called me and he was all like, I'm going to Stevens Transport. And I told him like 3 times, I'm all like, hey, did you do your research? And he said, yeah, man, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do great over there. And I was all like, you might want to do some more research. And he goes, yeah, I've done my research. I said, okay. He went to Stevens Transport, and now he is like, man, I can't stand it over here. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And I said, bro, didn't you do your research? So, like, you know, it sucks if that happens, but, you know, I can't change that. Like, you chose to go. I mean, I felt bad like that happened to him, but I figured he knew what was best. Yeah, grass is not greener on the other side. So, you know, you figure that he knows what's best for him. He was making the decision that fits him best. So Stevens, he might have had a good reason to go. So he left to Stevens, and, you know, it is what it is. He didn't have a good time over there. All right, by Skeleton. What's it? Skeletor? No, Skeleton. Bye. He's leaving. Million Miles Man comes to Prime from Stevens, and he'll tell you all about how bad Stevens was. Yeah, that's right. Million Mile Man was there, and he did not like it, or he did better at Prime, we'll say. I can't speak for him. But yeah, so, you know, you gotta do, wherever you go, do your research. Like, I had one of my real good students, real good friend of mine. He quit the other day too. He was all like, man, I can't deal with this weekend dispatch and these guys that cover shifts. And he was all like, I'm done, I quit. I mean, like, I'm not gonna talk him out of it. Plus, he already did it by the time he messaged me. But, like, sometimes you just gotta deal with the weekend guys. What I would have told him is, hey, make sure that you have a load. Make sure that you have a load that's gonna carry you through the weekend. That's what I used to do. I never really messed with weekend dispatch, because I would tell my dispatcher, hey, man, it's getting close to Friday. Would you send me a pre-plan that'll get me through to Monday? And usually they did something like that. Gave me a pre-plan or something, so I didn't have to mess with it. So I just used that pre-plan to get me all the way through the weekend, so I don't even have to mess with weekend dispatch. But, you know, he did what he did, and, you know, he's going to go find bigger and better things. Like, hopefully he goes and finds him another trucking job, and I did tell him, hey, keep your CDL. Because if I try to talk you out of leaving after you made a decision to leave, like, I'm making a decision that affects your life. Like, you need to make your own decisions. Like I always say, go do what makes you happy. Whether it's staying at Prime, it's going somewhere else, going local, whatever it is. That's your decision to make, and you know what's going to make you happy. Just make sure that you do the research that it takes to see what's really going to happen, if it's really going to be the best for you. And that's the way I look at it. Just like whenever people are thinking about coming to Prime, I'm all like, do your research. If you're thinking about going to another company, do your research on that company. Find out what fits you best. And, you know, as long as you get your CDL, you're bettering yourself. So I say go for the CDL. Like, definitely go for the CDL. It's a step in a good direction. Even if you just get that CDL, work for a trucking company for a while, and then take off from there. At least you got your CDL. That way later on in life, maybe whenever you retire from whatever you left trucking for, you retire in life, you'll have your CDL and you can come right to wherever you need to go to start trucking again. You'll have your CDL already. Because I get guys all the time there's people coming to Prime that had their CDL 20 years ago, 25 years ago, stuff like that. And they had their CDL, but they let it go, and now they're back to Prime and have to go right through the PSD process again, whenever they could have skipped that and went straight to TNT. So, you know, or they might have had a shorter, it's called a CDL holder. They might have been a CDL holder that just has to go through like a little bit of PSD, like a refresher course, and take like a little eval to go to the TNT. So definitely keep that. All right, Timothy Turbo, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here too, because I gotta be up at 6 a.m. I start my day at 6 a.m. if people did not know that. So at 6 p.m. I'm going to get up, or actually I get up at like 5 to get to the pad by 6. So I'm out of here. Share with her. Oh, well, hold on. Let me answer this. Everything in life has pros and cons. Can you share with us 3 cons about Prime? Don't have to be your experience, just in general. 3. So you want to hear 3 bad things. One is dispatch. So right now I got a great dispatcher. Like I could not be unhappy with them. But I've had a dispatcher that one dispatcher that we were not getting along. So that's one, is if you got a bad dispatcher. Let's see, what else? Number 2 is doing the live loaded calls. After you get your load, when you're taking off, you have to do a live loaded call. Sometimes you are on hold for a long time, and like, I'm impatient, especially when my clock's running down, especially whenever I've worked a full shift and I'm tired and I have to do a live loaded call. That's 2. And the 3rd would be, what else is something? Probably the 3rd is delivering to, well, that's a company. I was going to say delivering to Walmart's, how long it takes. Let's see. I don't know what a 3rd one would be. 3rd one would be, man, let me think. Maybe the 3rd one would be the sacrifice of being over the road and not being home to see your loved ones. I think that would be the 3rd one, probably, because you're over the road trucking, so you're working for Prime. You're over the road. You're not at home. You're not coming home every night. You're coming home maybe once a month for 4 days. Like, that's a while out. That's a while. So maybe the amount of time that you're working compared to being at home. That's all I could come up with. Everything else has been great. Everything's been great at Prime. They treat me great. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it. But hey, thank everyone for checking out my channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Maybe give me a thumbs up. You know, leave me some comments. Also, if you need to get a hold of me or you're not wanting to ask a question during my live, you can always email me. My email's in the description. It's pretty much twistedbigd, just like my screen name, @gmail.com. So thanks everyone for stopping by.